Hello and welcome to Knit All the Yarn podcast. My name is Lisa and I live in Michigan with my husband and my two girls. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as 72 Stitches. And today is, what's today? Saturday, June 20th. Yeah, I am out of sorts, guys. Got my coffee, caramel latte creamer, and this is episode 66. This is a podcast about knitting, sometimes crochet, sometimes cross stitch, whatever crafty thing I'm up to. If you are new, welcome, and if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. You can find all the show notes right down there. I'll have links to my Instagram, my Ravelry group, what else? Patterns, shops, all that good stuff right down there. All right, I have lots of FOs, a hoe, and some whips. Let me get a sip of coffee and I'll tell you something else here. So, I usually do my podcast weekly, but kind of getting burnt out a little bit. So I have decided to do it every other week, at least for the summer. I'll cross my fingers that my husband goes back to work in the fall and that my kids go back to school. If that all happens, then maybe I will do it weekly again. But yeah, maybe over the summer, I'm just going to do every other week. Unless I really, really feel like it. Okay, I think that's all of my stuff that I need to get out of the way first. So let's get started with finish objects. Bam! So there might be more. I have a lot of finished objects because, yeah, it's been 2 weeks. So here are the socks for me. This is Nomadic Yarns, a Rita Skeeter. Oh, I love these. Green's my favorite color. Yay! And I'll get into all my what do you want to call it? Recipe and my whips, because I have sock whips, of course. Sock pair number 2. Oh, I love these. My scrappy socks. This is out of a Havirland yarn Frankensock kit. I do afterthought heel. These are for me. It took me about, what was it? Probably like 45 minutes to an hour to weave in all the ends. But it was so worth it. I love scrappy socks. All right, that is all my socks. Sock finish objects. Now we will go on to Cowls. Let's see here. Trying to be all fancy. Bam! 2 Cowls. This one I was almost finished last time my last episode. And this is Cascade 220. I really love this one. I want to keep it. But I'm making these to donate to charity. This one is also Cascade 220, except for this red. I broke my rule. And you know what? It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. I like to use the same brand of yarn throughout my projects. And this red is not Cascade 220. It is, what is it? Lion Brand wool. Woolies. I didn't have Cascade 220 in a red, and I really wanted to do a rainbow. So I'm like, I'm doing it. And you can't even tell that it's a different brand of yarn. I also have this in a whip, so I will tell you all of the details. I just love these. So 2 cowls. Sorry, the sun's blowing out. All right, that is all my finished objects. Yep, all my finished objects. Oh, shoot. No, it's not. But I'm not getting up and I'm not starting over. If you go to my Instagram, I made some crocheted coasters. I used sugar and cream, and I used, I think, a G hook. And I kind of just made it up as I went. I started out with 12 stitches, and I did a magic ring of 12 stitches, and then I did 2 half double crochets in each one for the first round. And the second round I also did 2 half double crochets in each stitch, and then the last round I just did 1 in each, and that's it. I knew I was going to forget those because we're using them right now and they're on the table, but I'm not giving up and getting them. So that was my other finished objects. If I remember, maybe next time I will show them, but I probably won't, honestly, because we're using them and I don't want to get them from the table. Anyway. I knew I forgot to bring something up. Oh well. Alright, now we'll go on to works in progress. And my hoe here. I just finished this morning. I'm like, I'll just pop in a heel. I could have had these done yesterday, but I just wasn't in the mood. Look at these! So, yeah, I did not have these cast on last time. Pretty sure I didn't. Nope. So here's what they look like. Oh, I love these. Sorry, my lighting's weird. There's a window right there, and the sun is like... I tried to wait for a while to see if the sun was going to move, but it's not. So I'm just going with it. That's pretty accurate color. Okay, now let's get on to the... It's kind of hanging out in my bag. My needles are sticking out. This is my Knit for Brains bag. My Doctor Who bag. Tell you the yarn here. This is Patons Kroy. Patons Kroy socks in the Sunburst stripes. And the heel is also Patons Kroy in the muslin. Yeah, I'm like, I want white. It's kind of like clouds. I didn't want to do a dark gray, and it didn't have a light gray, so I'm like, let's just use this cream. Alright, so this one just needs a heel. I do 64 stitches, 12 rows of 2x2 rib, Chiaogoos, 2.5 millimeter needles, 32 inch cord, and that is a US 1.5. Yeah. Pretty much it, just need a heel. I'll finish these today. And I will probably cast on another sock, probably for my kiddos. Because I haven't made them a pair in a while, and I want to use, first, I want to use up my KnitPicks Felici, and second, I want to have some pairs ready for Christmas for them. So, yeah. And I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but I guess it's been a while, so I will tell you how I do my heels. I knit for Patons Kroy. This one's a little thicker, so I knit 134 rows before I do my toe. And I put my heel at row 69. And then I measure from my toe to the spot and make sure it's at 7 1/4 inches. And yeah, that's where I put my heel. And I wear a women's size 8.5. If that helps you. I know there's some videos and stuff out there to help you figure out where to put your heel. But yeah, that is that. All right. Ouch. Poked myself. Okay. Whip number 2. Bags by Awesome Granny. And I am all about the rainbows today. All about the rainbows. All right. This is more socks. KnitPicks Felici. Cloudy with a chance of rainbows. I didn't write when I bought this. Oh no. Pretty sure it was last, not this round, but last fall, I think. I think it was last year color. And look at this. I have knit. That's why that doesn't, okay. It's all coming to me now. I bought some of this yarn when it came out, and my kids really liked it, so I made them socks with it, and after doing that, I'm like, I really want that color. I want a pair of socks for me, so I bought more. And that is why there is no date on the tag. I'm sure you're all curious about that, right? So, yeah, here it is. I made it to the heel. I think I cast on the cuff like, I don't know, was it Wednesday? Thursday? I don't know, sometime in the week. And then yesterday, I knit from the cuff to the heel yesterday. Maybe I'm getting faster. Am I getting faster, or do I just have more time on my hands? I don't know. But, yeah. These markers are counting my rows. I do 10 markers per row. No, that's not it. Oh my word. 10 rows per marker. I put, and then these white ones are where I'm going to put my heel. Let's see. For my KnitPicks Felici socks, I put my heel at row 73, and I knit 142 rows, I think. I don't know. I have a system. I have it all written down. But I always, before I cut my heel, I always measure from the toe to 7 1/4 inches to make sure that it's where it's supposed to be. So, and I did fun little rainbow stitch markers. So matchy. And this ball of Felici had a knot in it. Wah, wah, wah. So I'm crossing my fingers that this is enough to do the rest of my sock, and that I don't have to use this. Crossing my fingers. Yeah. So I think I'm going to do KnitPicks Stroll Dove Heather for the heel, because that's what I like to do with all of my KnitPicks Felici. So yeah. 64 stitches. Did I say all that already? Same thing for my needles. 32-inch cord, Chiaogoo's 2.5 millimeter needles. 64 stitches. Sometimes I don't know. Maybe I already said that. Sorry if I did. Okay, one more sip of coffee. And then the last finished object. Oh, that coffee's good. Good. All right. Now this is another cowl. These are the colors I'm using. This is really messy. I know it's Patons Classic Wool, but I do not know the colorways because I wound these up and threw away the tags. I think this one's leaf green. This one's a cream color. I have no idea what this one is. Something heather. Jade heather, maybe? So I just grabbed 3 of these, and I'm going to make a cowl out of them. And I hope I have enough. I was just going to use it till it was gone. But here's what I have. I did a provisional cast on, 70 stitches. I am using, what am I using? I'm using the wrong one. I'm supposed to be using a 7, and it's an 8. Well, I'm using an 8 this time. I noticed that my stitches were kind of looser than they were. Oh my Lord. It doesn't matter. I'm not ripping it out, and I am not switching needle sizes right now, so we'll just go with this. Yeah, so I'm using US 8 this time. And this little stitch marker. Oh, I forgot to write down who it was from. Something winemakers. I am the worst. I will look it up and put it down below. But it's a little Lego. And it's an actual Lego. They screwed a hole in it and made it a progress keeper. Oh, I just had to have these. We're big Lego people over here. So yeah, this is what I got done. This is where my marker was last night, so I got this all done last night. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep going until I run out of yarn, and hopefully it's big enough. If not, I will figure something out. That makes me mad that I used a bigger needle. Let's see, what, I have another needle in here. Yeah, that's a 7. Oh well. Yeah, so I'm using clover bamboos. Yeah, that's why I don't have 2 7s. So when I do my Kitchener, the ends together, I'm like, well, I'll just use an 8 and stitch with a 7. And I guess when I started, I wasn't paying attention. I thought they were both 7s. Obviously, they're not. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, that is all of my whips. Let's get a drink, and we'll we gotta talk about something. Stash dash. That's what we have to talk about. So last week, stash dash, I got 699 meters. That was these socks and this cowl. So I finished that last week. This week I finished the coasters that I don't have. These socks, I had to remove one from the blocker from my other one. And this cowl. So those 3 items were 833 meters. So I am sitting at, and that's 4 weeks, I am at 4,169 meters. My goal is 10,000. And I think this runs until August 22nd? Somewhere to the end of August. So I am almost halfway there. I think I'm going to make it. If I just keep making those cowls. I think those cowls are going to save me because those are around 400 meters. So I got to keep cranking those out. The socks are like only like 275 meters, 270 meters, depending on the sock. So yeah, that's my stash dash. And I'll show, since I got some time, I'll show this. I usually don't show acquisitions, but why not? I signed up for row 1. Shh. Don't tell my husband. This doesn't count because it's minis. I've been watching Grocery Girls for a long time, and they keep showing these, and I'm like, I should do that. I should do that. And I'm like, nah. And I'm like, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. So I only did it, I'm probably do it for like maybe a few more months. I don't know, you have to cancel it. Yeah, it's a once every month. They send you 10 colors, 10 grams minis from a random dyer. And yeah. So they'll just keep sending them to you until you cancel. So I gotta keep my eye on it and make sure that I don't end up with 50 bajillion minis. And they're pre-wound. This one is from, ooh, I don't know how to say that. Is it Lock-In? Lock-In and Lace? I don't know. It's Lichen. I think that's Lock-In. Lichen? Anyway, I have never heard of them before. And green. Oh, this one is my favorite. It's the most ugliest. It's not even showing the real color in the camera. But it is like it's an ugly green and I love it. So yeah, those are my yarn acquisition. And it doesn't count because they're minis. So I'm planning on, saving a few months worth, and then I can put them in my blanket, and then maybe make socks, scrappy socks, because I love scrappy socks. All right, my foot is falling asleep, and I have pants on. All right, don't worry about it. I know you saw my bare knee, but I have a skirt on, so I'm covered. Speaking of, it's gonna be hot today. I think it's gonna be like 90s, low 90s today. I'm like, oh, I know it's the first day of summer, but it's been really hot the past week, and I am over it. I gotta show you my cup. I love this. Scrappy Sunday. I know it's not Sunday. I want to use it today, but I got this from Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady. I don't know if she came up with the Scrappy Sunday thing. I think she did, but I'm always doing something scrappy on Sundays. And it's gray, white inside, black on the top. I will link her shop below. She's had pins, and I was thinking about getting one, but I'm like, I don't have any enamel pins. I don't see the fad, but I can use a cup. If it's something I can use, I'm more likely to purchase it. If it's like a pin, I don't have any pins to put on my bags. I just don't. But then she came out with this, and I'm like, yes, please. I think she said I got like the last one. She doesn't have any in her shop right now, but I'm pretty sure she's going to come back with them. I will link her Etsy shop below if I remember. Yes. Okay, I'll stop showing it. Maybe next podcast, if I do it on a Sunday, I'll have my coffee in my cup. I'm so excited. Big nerd. I'm a big nerd. All right, life stuff. Not a whole lot. It's hot. My kids are driving me crazy. My husband is driving me crazy. I am really, really hoping that the kids go back to school in the fall, and then my husband goes back to work, so I can have the house to myself. Oh. It's rough, guys. But it's okay. We're all healthy. Nobody is sick. We're just hanging in there. Ouch. Gotta move again. Reading. I haven't been doing any reading this week. My husband had the week off, so I watched podcasts all week. All the podcasts. Since he's been working from home, there's not enough bandwidth, is that how you say that? For him to work and for me to watch YouTube videos. So I've been trying just to squeak him in over the weekend, and in the evenings sometimes I try to watch some. So yeah, I didn't do any reading this week. Besides, before I go to bed I usually read. I've been reading Hunger Games 2. Almost done with that. So yeah, that's pretty much the only reading I've done this week. Last week, I don't remember last week. Nope, I don't remember. I'm sure I finished a couple books. But I don't remember what they were. And I didn't write them down. Oops. Alright. So, like I've said, I am probably going to do this every 2 weeks now. At least until maybe life goes back to normal. I don't know. I don't know if it's ever going to be normal again. Until I don't know. We'll just wait and see. What else? Yeah, I think that's it. I will end it here. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, put them right down there. I do read them. And hopefully I will see you in a couple of weeks. Bye.